Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test server and we are looking at the brand new server maintenance that we've seen. Yesterday we did have some server maintenance and this is the reason for it, guys. So they're adding a new game mode called the Temporal Rift. So the Rift season, so it is going to be seasonal, which we see with the hunting fields, we see with the Abyssal Expedition. Players can access after completing 1940. So being into chapter 20, the version of the event is a test version only, which will run for 30 days. So it's going to be a beta version for this one. In the game mode, all heroes will have a level of 360 and all gear they're wearing will be Mythic Tier 3. So they're going to be pretty maxed out without hero bonus effects. If a hero already has Mythic Tier 3 gear equipped, the hero's bonus effects will remain. So it is going to be beneficial to have that Mythic Tier 3 gear equipped on your heroes because they are going to get a boost. Hero tiers will remain unaffected and they will not enjoy artifact attributes and effect bonuses. So that's similar to that we see with the martial ratings. So that is exactly what it's going to be. Normally it's at 240 and then plus some depending on level. This is going to be at 360. Test season will have a duration of 30 days and the highest floor which can be reached is 300. That means it might be another kind of tower, I'm guessing. The official version will run for 90 days and the number of floors which can be reached is unlimited. So you can just go on forever, which is kind of crazy. The available time of the official version will be announced in future patch notes. Defeating enemies will reward players with hero badges, which can improve the hero's power briefly in the Temporal Rift and will be destroyed after a challenge is reset. So you're going to accumulate badges in there, which is going to essentially boost up your power so you can continue your progression. During a season, players can increase the level of the Temporal Arlamere in order to increase the rate at which they acquire resources and unlock other game modes. There's going to be more modes within this. For specific, please review the Temporal Arlamere level page. The Temporal Arlamere will be reset with the commencement of each new season. Wow. There's going to be different modes within here. Guys, this is a massive update. Players can raise the combat rating of heroes within the Temporal Rift via the Temporal Beacon. Players' combat rating shall not be reset when a Temporal Rift run is reset. Raising the Temporal Beacon's level requires the expedition of Consortium Essence and Continuum Cores, which can be acquired by leveling up at the Fountain of Time, completing desired floors for the first time, and the temporal feedback events. Once the season has ended, the Temporal Beacon progression will be deleted along with the Continuum Essence and Continuum Cores. By reaching designated floors for the first time, players are able to claim Stargazer Scrolls, Hero Stones, Hero EXP, Gold, Essence, Elemental Cores, Poe Coins, Twisted Essence, Emblems, etc. For specific, please view the Hero's Defense Force page. Wow. So it seems like it's going to be pretty cool. This is going to be interesting to see how essentially it's going to be affected within the Temporal Rift to go ahead and use those temporal beacons to raise the combat rating. Seems like you're going to have multiple ways to raise the combat rating in here, which is going to be interesting. Now, I was thinking almost something similar to this for guild bosses. I would love to see something of this nature ran for guild bosses, meaning that in the guild functionality, let's say you have a guild tower, just like we have, the King's Tower, things of that nature. I was hoping that we would have like a guild tower. And again, a good idea for AFK Arena, doing something like a guild tower where you have infinite floors and the bosses get higher and stronger and more loot. But ultimately, it is a collaborative effort, meaning it is going to take a guild of 70 players a lot of time to get through these bosses. I'm talking trillions upon trillions of HP, which would be cool. And then based on your guild size could determine the bosses you fight. But this definitely looks pretty cool. And running for 90 days, that's a considerable amount of time. Because even if you think your heroes from ground one, so if this releases day one, from day 1 to day 90, how much stronger are your heroes essentially? How many more tier 3 stones have you picked up? Probably at least what, 6, 9, 10 to put on your heroes. Going to be interesting to see. And all heroes are going to be level 360, and all gear will be the mythic tier 3. They're really going to juice up these heroes. We see this kind of within the guild when you do the arena of trials. We see this where you can set the enemy level, but now we're going to be at 360 for all heroes. And I'm not sure if you're going to have all heroes, if you're going to have access to all of these heroes, because essentially what's going to happen is players are going to come in here, players are going to figure out exactly what teams work, and they are going to run those teams. They're going to share the teams. I'm going to share the teams on YouTube, and everybody's just going to run the exact same team through the same trials. And if they're the same level with no, again, martial rating, that it's not going to be everyone's going to be at 360. It's going to be kind of redundant to go through here, because if every player again is kind of on the same level, short of the little bonus we're getting for tier 3, it's going to be relatively easy to get in here, which depending on, I mean, the loot that they're giving us out of here, it could be really, really popular. But ultimately, we'll have to see, guys. Because again, it seems like there's going to be a map, it's going to be guides, it's going to be blueprints, it's going to be a design of how to go through this. And ultimately, that is just going to result in the exact same heroes or players just running the same teams through the same content, is what I could see. They really need to change this up to see how it's going to work. And the different versions might make a big difference. But we'll have to see, guys. All right, so that'll do it. It is coming, guys. 12, what is it? 12/13? I think it said 12/13. So we only have a couple more days and the Temporal Rift will be up. Remember, it's going to be a 30-day trial version. I'm not sure if the trial version is going to hit global. I'm sure it will within a little bit amount of time, but we will definitely check it out on the test server. So let me know your thoughts on the new game mode. The AFK arena for a busy you is kind of went to the side because as we continue to add more stuff in here, it is taking a crazy amount of time if you're running multiple accounts. And I'm almost at the point where I'm going to have to cut back probably on the faction accounts, just because things like this, if you really want to focus on it and you really want to make progression, it's going to take a lot of time. I'm hoping that players just can't macro it like the tower and run through it nonstop for the entire version of the Temporal Rift. Guys, again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think it's going to be a pretty good addition overall. Anytime we get extra loot, it is. And as always, thank you guys for watching.